Hello everyone, this is Sayan and welcome to my biology class. Have you ever thought whenever you take some food, where does it go? Or how different kind of food get digested in our body? Do every type of food get digested in the same organ? Or different types of food like carbohydrate, fat, protein digest in different organs? Or have you thought how different enzymes play their part during our digestion? For all such reasons, you need to watch this video completely. Today, we are going to discuss about our digestive system, especially our mechanism of digestion. So come, let's move to the board. So guys, prior to know about the detailed mechanism of our digestion, we need to know about different steps in our nutrition. So here are different steps in our nutrition. The first step is ingestion, that is intake of food from external source. Our next step in nutrition is digestion, that is breakdown of complex food into simpler form with the help of different enzymes. That is, we all know that carbohydrate, protein or fat type of food get converted into glucose, amino acids or fatty acid and glycerol respectively with the help of different enzymes in respective body parts. So this is our second step, digestion. Our next step is absorption of food. All those simpler form, that is glucose, amino acids, fatty acid and glycerol should be absorbed by the nearby blood vessels so that those food stuff can be transported to individual cell and tissue of our body. So that is the absorption, the third step in our nutrition. Our next step is assimilation. All the simpler form of food, glucose, amino acids that finally reaches to the cell must be utilized by the cell to produce their energy. So assimilation is the utilization of food to make their energy. Our last step is egestion. All the undigested food stuff should be excreted or expelled out from our body. That is known as egestion. So here are 5 different steps in our nutrition. Now, if we want to know how and where the digestion actually takes place, we need to know the exact place of digestion, where the digestion actually takes place in our body organ. So for that purpose, we need to know different body organs of our digestive system through which the food passes whenever it enters in our digestive tract. So whenever any food enters through our mouth, it passes through buccal cavity, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, rectum and finally through anus, undigested food substance expelled out from our body. Now, among these 9 organs, there are only 3 vital organs where the digestion can take place, and these are buccal cavity, stomach and small intestine. We all know that in the buccal cavity, saliva help in the digestion of simpler carbohydrate and make the food substance which is known as bolus and make them easy to pass through pharynx and esophagus respectively. Our next place of digestion is stomach, where gastric juices help in the digestion of several other foodstuff and make the entire foodstuff convert into chyme. Now, this chyme finally enter into the most vital part of our digestive tract, where almost all type of digestion takes place, the small intestine. Here, intestinal juice, pancreatic juice as well as bile play their part in the digestion of different type of food. The food those are not get digested in the small intestine are not going to be digested anywhere else in our digestive tract. So these are 3 vital places: buccal cavity, stomach and small intestine. The food substance those leave the small intestine are known as chyle. So these are 3 vital portion or organ in our digestive tract where the digestion actually takes place. Now we will discuss about the detailed mechanism of digestion in these three respective vital organs. Our first digestive organ is buccal cavity, where simple and boiled starch type of food get digested with the help of the enzyme salivary amylase, also known as ptyalin. So this salivary amylase or ptyalin is actually present in the saliva, which is present in the buccal cavity. So saliva is present in our buccal cavity. Now this saliva is actually secreted from different salivary glands. We all know that there are three different types of salivary glands present in our buccal cavity, that is parotid, submandibular and sublingual type of salivary glands. Now all these different types of salivary glands generally produce almost 1 to 1.5 liter of saliva. 1 to 1.5 liter of saliva per day, whose pH range is almost 6.5 to 7.5. Now, if we want to know what is the basic chemical reaction that takes place within our buccal cavity, it will seem like this. Any simple starch type of food get break down into more simpler form like maltose, isomaltose and dextrin with the help of this salivary amylase. So the enzyme is salivary amylase. Actually, only simple type of starch food get digested within our buccal cavity. No protein or fat type of food get digested in our buccal cavity. But the scenario was quite different in our earlier childhood period, when our pancreas is not ready enough to produce pancreatic lipase. At that time, salivary lipase is found to be secreted from these different salivary glands. But later on, the salivary lipase stopped to secrete. Now we will move to our next digestive organ, that is stomach.